Thank you for tuning back into Millennial Nation. Today we're going to talk about top 5 most in-demand jobs. And we're going to go over ones that require a college degree and ones that don't require a college degree. But first we're going to talk about our in-demand college degree. One we know is registered nurse. Top one is
Big.
registered nurse.
Yep.
From some of the statistics that we've seen, and went through a lot of research on different websites and jobs available. A lot of the websites that you can put your job listings on and stuff like that, and looked at those numbers as well.
Yeah.
And that's the number one
Across the board.
across the board.
Yeah.
However, we think that there is quite a skew to it, which is later down the road that the health field might actually kind of bottom out because of all the baby boomers going into their older age and needing the medical assistance and requirement of a registered nurse. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, that's probably what it is. It's every day. I think they say it was 10,000 baby boomers retire. So that's 10,000 more people that are just getting older every day, hitting 65. And yeah, about 20 years, once our baby boomer, grandparents, stuff like that, start passing away, the demand's going to shoot down for the need of it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just one of those things that I think is going to, like you said, level out,
Yeah.
and then we'll, I don't say weed out, the people that ain't that great or whatever it is. People start changing fields because of that, stuff like that. They're getting into it because they know it's a demanding thing, like you were talking about earlier, and you can make great money doing it.
Right off the bat.
Without
Next
a problem.
one is software development.
Yes,
Um,
major.
Yeah, huge for big companies and stuff like that, where they're going to require software development to specialize in their brand or their services that they're
Yeah.
providing.
Yep, and I think also it's going to go from come more to residential stuff, less industrialized software to more of everyday use. 5 years ago we couldn't build an app. Now software, you could build your own damn game right on your phone now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's going to be a big game changer as people get used to doing it and actually start exploring that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a big one.
Next one is marketing managers. What do you think about that?
That is one of those things. Marketing, I think that
We
I don't
talked
agree
about
with
this. Yeah, we talked about it because it's not something that you would need a college degree in either.
no,
Right,
not to do
you
it.
could actually have enough experience, and kind of like one of those listings where you see, 4 years experience and a bachelor's degree, or 10+ years experience.
Yeah.
Either one would do.
Yeah, and it's also one that you can get a degree in marketing. We all know people that have degrees in marketing and stuff like that, but it's not. That's a game that changes every day. Every year, yes, companies change their logos, they change their, I'll say their name, the logo, the websites, their branding, they're changing it. But I think as time goes on, I think jobs will stop being, because now it's all going to social media. You know what I mean? You have to know how to do that online. I think that's more of a push on the marketing front.
Exactly. So the next one is kind of in the same field, which is sales manager.
Sales.
You're still marketing as a sales manager, but you're kind of overseeing the sales and not actually marketing.
Yeah,
So-
you've done your time in it.
Yeah.
And sales is one of those jobs that will never go away.
Mhm.
That's what moves companies,
And the pitch
every
is
day.
usually the same.
Yeah, that like you said, the customer might change. There's some details might change, but yes, the way it goes about always stays the same, and it's something that's the most lucrative, really, job there is.
Mhm.
Sales is
Yeah.
what makes killer
Sky's the
money.
limit,
Yeah,
yeah.
you have to sell every day. You're selling, and you don't even know. Sales is, and that's like a number one life thing you also need to learn. I
Yeah.
think.
So the last one, according to research, is medical and health service managers.
Yeah.
I don't know much about the field, but I can see it being something, the same thing as a registered nurse right now.
Yeah.
It's in a big demand. It's in the health field, and a lot of people are getting older. A lot of higher percentage of the population is getting older right now, so the demand is very high in any health position.
Oh yeah, and also we're starting to get away with. I see it in my industry. We're getting away from like paper records and stuff like that. So it's more of people have to get used to doing computer stuff because now all the software's, you have to use the software. When you go to doctors now, you don't have to write in a little pad anymore in your folder. Now it's they bring a laptop in. All my place I go to, they bring a laptop in, they type all your stuff in, it's in there. So that's another thing. A lot of the older people, they're not that tech savvy. I'm not, but a lot of them, they don't even want to mess with it. We still have the grandfathers that don't even want to they have a flip phone and they're happy with that. But this is where it's going, and you can't stop it.
Right. All right, so to move on to non-college degree in-demand jobs, we'll jump right into it. Truck driver, number one, and that surpasses pretty much everything else by a land mile.
Yes. Yeah.
You see some of the ones that we looked at through the research where they had the most listings, but the most unfilled listings.
Vacancies.
By like 900 something thousand.
Yeah.
Compared to the 100,000 that were filled.
Yeah, and that's not even like you were saying. That's not. It could be CDL drivers, class A or B, or where I work, we don't have that. We're just under 25,000 pounds, but it's hard to find. I don't say quality drivers, but it's hard to be a truck driver when everybody has points on a license. When you're a kid, you got a speeding ticket, or and a lot of companies they don't want anybody that has a record.
None.
So a record. One accident. One accident, and it's on there, and they can look it up. Anybody, we do it every time. We look it up and see what you got. So, but that is a very big demand, and you can make pretty good money. Like we were talking, some companies make good money, or you get great benefits. It's one of the things you have to find what you want personally. So
next one is a food service manager. Now, I would assume that some of these positions would require a college degree.
Yes.
And I would say most of them don't, but some might, depending on how big the company that you're working for.
And
is.
also, there's certifications.
Yeah.
So you could have food service manager certificate. I've seen them, bartender certificates. I have the motorsport technician as a certificate. But I think it was like an 18-month program. So, but like you said, some of them might have a degree, some not. I guess it requires on the company that you're working for. So.
And the next one is computer user support. What you were talking about, how technology is advancing, there's going to be a huge support needed for the people that don't know how to use it, or that haven't used it as much, or they're getting into a new program and they need support on how to use it.
Yeah, because everything's going. I think about cars. 20 years ago, cars were all mechanical stuff. All mechanical. Now there's more wire than anything. Everything is relay and stuff like that. Yes. Yeah. So it's going to be one of those things to where every day there should be less moving parts, more just electrical parts, and that comes with the computer stuff.
Yeah. The next one is, which we don't really agree on, but is insurance sales. Not sure how insurance sales is going to go up, but that's what is part of a non-college in-demand job right now. What's coming up?
It was like financial planner was on there, and I don't see our generation really getting into that. We're not.
Especially with our generation now being the largest portion, the millennial class is now the largest portion of the labor force now. So we really got to take a look at what our class is interested in, because that's what's going to drive the labor force and the economy.
Yep.
Next is the last one is health information and medical records. I'm really not sure why anybody would get into these fields. Most of them pay nothing. You're not going to get anything out of it. And I think they do make certifications or something like that for it. But it's an in-demand job, I guess, because a lot of practices are opening, or the health field is growing, so they need the assistance for them.
Yeah, I think that might be more of a job that be filled for a retired person. I'm retired. I just need something to do, so I'll go in, I'll do the records and stuff like that. And I see it a lot of places. I mean, like retirement homes, they're going to have a lot of people who retire going to retirement homes or assisted living, and there's going to be a lot of stuff like that needs to be done.
So we went through all the top 5 college and non-college in-demand jobs, and one of the things that you're probably wondering is that there aren't any skilled trades on them. And,
None.
We're kind of questioning on, I guess, where these numbers are coming from. If maybe it's because they're splitting up all of the trades into each individual trade, and that's why they don't put it on here, when if collectively they put it all together, that would probably, I think, in my opinion, would be one of the highest in demand jobs right now, where they just can't find the younger people wanting to get into the harder work.
Yeah.
I guess going into the next thing, this is ours, Millennial Nation's top 5.
Yeah.
And as we agree with the number one here, top 5 college and non-college, and our number one is registered nurse as well.
Hands down.
Yeah, there's no debate about it.
Everybody, we know so many people that are becoming nurses, going to school. It's just something so many people want to do, and it's a great paying job.
Well,
So
there's really not any reason not to get into it right now.
Yeah.
So next one, which is kind of foreseen and in today's world, looking in today's world, which is social media specialist or coordinator or something like that, where companies are now starting to hire someone who just posts on social media and just designs their pages and does all those things to make their brand better, or their services look better.
Yeah, because over time, I was watching a thing on it the other day. Over the next probably 10 years, doing like advertisement marketing on TV is going to slowly go away. Or it's going to become cheap because nobody watches it. On Facebook, it's dirt cheap right now to run ads. So companies are going to pump money into that, and it's going to drive the price up because they know they can make more money off of it.
And to talk about that, I actually dropped my cable service.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have cable, and I know many people that are dropping them. It's dropping like flies right now.
Yeah.
And people are just going with the internet.
Yeah, and you got the Amazon Fire Stick, Google Cast is what I have.
And the Sling Box.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Making a killing. Number 3 would be the software developer. Yeah. But I think there's multiple areas you could say that. Like we were talking about apps. Soon, your house now, you could turn your light bulbs on, mess with your washer, your heater while you're away. Check your dogs on your little camera on the wall. But I think like I said, it's going to become more residential over time. And that's just, still today, computers are still in their like baby stage. Like we're not even we're not even 1% of what this is going to turn into.
Yeah.
Every day.
Social media.
Yeah, Facebook is. They just open up that. I was saying the job postings now. Mm-hmm. Every month it seems like they're coming up with something that you're like, damn, that is a great idea. Like the Facebook market, selling stuff. Great
idea.
idea.
So many people that join it.
Yeah.
That almost any service that they provide is going to be good.
Yeah.
Because so many people look at it.
Yep.
The next one would be a data analyst.
Yep.
What do you think about that?
I think, to me, when you do Facebook promotions, you can see it on YouTube. It'll tell you the age of people that are following you. Like when we get new people to follow, it shows you got 30 new followers this week. The age group is from 18 to 40, and then wherever the age group is. And now I think they start targeting. You go on Amazon to look up buying a new TV. Now you can get, when you go back to another website, that damn ad is still on there because the data is collected and still sent into the AdSense through Google, and it's people are just going to start using that to know how they can target.
Just a job to look at, analyze the data, and find out where your services lie.
Yeah, and where you need to target it to.
Where to promote it, and how to promote it.
Yeah, and where not to.
Yeah,
where you're making a killing here, but you're spending all the money here and you're not getting anything in return. It's bad return.
Yeah, and the last but not least, I would say is skilled trade. I've noticed it throughout my career, being in a skilled trade, that it's really hard to find someone who's young, who wants to get into it, work hard, and replace the people who are higher than them. Right now, I feel like you have certain people starting to retire, and there's not going to be anybody to fill the positions.
Yeah.
And they're really starting to look for those younger people to get into those skilled trades and become skilled actually in it, and not just do it for a year and say, well, this is not me anymore.
Well, and also most of the people that are going to get out of are all management. So get in now, put in the next 5-10 years, and show them that you can step up, become a manager in that field, and you're set. You know what I'm saying? So many people are going to retire in the next 10-15 years. There's no reason why our generation can't step up to the plate and take over, because the way it is now, we're all in some deep shit. So it's like just one of those things. We have a huge opportunity in the next 10 years.
Take advantage of it.
Yes.
Well, because we talked about it before, and I researched this on statistics, Bureau of Statistics, and it says that 10% greater compared to the population of the workforce of ages between 45 and 55. So there's a 10% increase of that age just in skilled labor compared to all the other jobs. And to wrap it up where we were talking about with the average salaries, they compare the salaries for someone who is going to college for 4 years and gets out. They've learned and focused into one career, and they get out and they make a good salary or a higher salary than someone who doesn't have a college degree.
Yeah.
And I've always said that's an unfair analysis because you have focused and learned and gained knowledge in a certain career for 4 years, and then you're stepping into that career, where is someone who just gets out of high school without it starts at a very low salary because they don't have the skills, they don't have the knowledge. And it really should be compared after 4 years of that person in that career compared to someone who has the college degree. And then you will get a fair analysis on what's an accurate average salary.
But I think we all could say that if you have a degree, you should technically be making more money. Doesn't mean you're going to. Doesn't mean because you have an MBA and you went to Harvard that you're going to make $1 million a year. Doesn't mean anything. Mm-hmm. But it's all about work ethic, how you're going to do and stuff like that. Like I said, my biggest push on this is we have a huge opportunity as our generation to step forward to take over the companies that are going to need skill labor, and all the new jobs are going to be created, new industries are going to be created because of all this stuff.
And that's going to be a push to drive college prices down. The more people that get into the skilled trades, eventually they're going to see that it's worth it to get into the skilled trades and not go to college, because what we were talking about before, where going to college isn't necessarily going to have higher success. It's actually your work ethic. And if you are to go into a skilled trade and have good work ethic, you'll actually make more money and not have the debt after getting out, and have the house already, and have the skilled and knowledge in the career path that you're in, and not have all the debt behind you.
Yeah. Yep.
Simple as that. So anyway, to wrap it up, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like us, share us, comment. We want to hear your thoughts on our opinions. And follow us on YouTube. We actually have a YouTube channel too. I know Facebook has been pretty big, but we do have a YouTube channel. Check us out. Thanks,
guys.